So I was in New York recently, and I took a day and was able to check out a whole bunch of these famous bakeries all over the city. I was very anxious on checking out Magnolia Bakery because of Sex and the City. Of course, I know. No, of course, Magnolia Bakery, they have world famous cupcakes, world famous banana pudding. I didn't know which one to pick, so I went with the banana pudding. And I don't regret it, it was the best thing ever. However, I could have got a cupcake as well. I would have known what it's like to have a world famous cupcake. That's gonna change today. I'm gonna make them instead. Over here. Magnolia's most famous, most popular cupcake is actually, it's vanilla, which is great. For me, I've never made a cupcake before ever, so it's a good place to start. It's cake, it's icing, it's gonna take like 20 minutes. Let's get our ingredients for our cake part first. The recipe's using cups instead of measurements, which is sometimes annoying, sometimes not. But today it's annoying because I have to half this recipe because the recipe says 24 cupcakes. I'm just one guy here. So I'm just gonna split the recipe in half. 1 stick of butter, 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour divided by 2, 1 1/2 cups of self-rising flour divided by 2. Gonna be using 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of milk, 1 cup of sugar, 2 large eggs. I mistakenly bought medium-sized eggs. 2 large eggs are the equivalent of 2 medium eggs. What? Now, firstly, you're gonna start with a small bowl, and you're just gonna combine your flours. You set it aside. Now you will need a bigger bowl, and we're gonna add our butter. Now with your favorite hand mixer, Whitey Ford, we're gonna mix this until it's creamy. Butter's gotta be room temperature, which it's not. It's not really working the way I want it to, so I'm just gonna wait until it is room temperature. I'll come back in like 15 minutes. Nice and creamy. I'm gonna gradually add in the sugar while this bad boy is running until it's fluffy. 3 minutes. Fluffy. Gonna add these eggs one at a time and mix. Gotta scrape those sides. Add my dry ingredients in 3 parts, right? So I'm gonna be alternating adding this, and then gonna add in my liquid ingredients with the milk and the vanilla. So I'm gonna do that back and forth until I have no more. My vanilla into my milk so that doesn't turn into something later. Okay, here we go. Cupcake tray with the big old cups. I have all these different cupcake liners. I have big ones, I have small ones. These ones are left over from my Reese's Peanut Butter Cup video, heyo. These I bought because I needed bigger cupcake liners, and that's all I could find are the stupid colors. So I don't know which ones I should be using. I guess this is just kind of a trial and error thing and see how it goes. I'm gonna fill these up about 3/4 of the way up. Screw it. So I've decided to go with the colorful cupcake liners because the white ones, the smaller ones, they're just too small for my big old cups here. Okay, this goes in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Halfway through baking, I'm gonna rotate it so both sides get equal attention in the oven. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes and counting.
Thank you. Poke this son of a bitch into the cupcake and it needs to come out clean. These are good. Transfer onto this wire rack so that they can cool completely. While the cupcakes are cooling off, we're gonna make our cupcake buttercream frosting icing. 4 cups of icing sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of milk, and a stick of butter. Sugar, vanilla. Don't add the vanilla like I did right now. Jesus, just wait a minute. I always forget about that. Milk. Until smooth. I want to infuse a little spark into this buttercream, half of it at least. So half of it will be just your standard white, and then the other half is going to be a color. We got pink, yellow, blue. It's between pink and blue. So I'm going to be doing this for the first time, which is trying to spread this icing on these cupcakes. So from watching a video, it's like put a blob there, and then you just spin it. Yeah.
So much harder. It's like...
Got it. So you got to swirl. You see that swirl action there? Then you got to know when to stop swirling. Swirl it, and lift up. Swirl, lift up, swirl, lift up. I am not a cupcake artist by any means. It's not easy to swirl the icing on the cupcakes, so kudos to those who can. Swirling, swirl, swirl. Good enough for me. Now the $1 million question is, to sprinkle or to not sprinkle? Nah, I might as well sprinkle. Blue or the white? Simple, uncomplicated, straight to the point, and it's the best cupcake I've ever had. And it's a vanilla cupcake, so that's saying quite a bit. Lots of leftovers. You know who to call. Over here. Guys, that is all I got today. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. There's a link for my Patreon down below. That's a way for you to support the show. You can become a producer of the show, like these fine people up on the screen right now. Of course, you don't need to if you don't want to. The show is always gonna be for free. I'll see you guys soon.